Here it goes. I'm back. Welcome. And it looks like it's taking its time. Let the music. I can't believe I found this as a non-copyrighted song. That makes me really happy. Like, really happy. But I think I need to start this over because I'm going to use it, I think, as my opening for Spoon Radio, I think, which is pretty awesome. But why am I not finding my pictures? Dun, 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 dun. It's Wagner. If you don't know who this is, shame on you. I'm kidding. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to Phoebalicious Radio. Welcome, Jake. Welcome to my broadcast. It's finally starting to warm up. So I don't know about you. I'm a happy camper. It's about damn time. Jonathan! Dun 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 dun. Okay. Hey, what's up? I'll tell you what's up. We actually are going to have 70s today in Michigan. It's going to be, oopsies. It's going to be 78, which is amazing considering that, yes. That wasn't a very good version, though. I'm not going to lie. The Ride of the Valkyries by Wagner. But this is free music. It has been beautiful the past few days. Absolutely, Jonathan. I'm excited for the weather forecast today. It's going to be freaking amazing. And yeah, I'm super excited about the fact that it's going to be gorgeous out. I have planned that I'm going to take my dog for a walk. He's not in the room, so I can say the word right now. I have been working my ass off and trying to motivate myself to do homework, and it's not been working. Because I'm still stuck in lockdown. There's a good chance my governor is going to extend it. And I don't know. I'm okay. I'm good. I have my coffee. I just started doing TikTok. Robert! So good to see you. Dun, 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 dun. And I am live also on YouTube. How's it going, Robert? We are going to be talking about spring. I would have done this in March when we were supposed to have spring, because March was actually the official start of spring, at least on the calendar. However, I'm doing great. Our weather here in Michigan was more like, you know what? Screw you, Michiganders. We're not going to do spring. We're going to have another 2 months of winter. Because that's what happens. Welcome, David. I'm going to share the hell out of this. Guys, I just want to let you guys know that we're going to be doing mostly classical music today. So I hope you guys don't mind. But it's going to be spring themed. And I'm going to have little spring. I feel like you should do summer themed just because the 21st. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll do tomorrow as summer themed. Today is spring themed because it's finally spring here in Michigan. What the hell? I don't understand what's going on with that. But I'm going to do that first. And what we're going to do is we're going to listen to some spring themed music, mostly classical today. And then tomorrow we'll have the whole shebang. We'll have a whole playlist of summer music. Also, just to let you guys know, this is the Waltz of the Flowers by Tchaikovsky. This one is also no copyrights. Believe it or not, found a whole bunch of classical music that is not copyrighted on YouTube, which is beautiful. I could probably just play all of this, but I'm not going to because I have an actual lovely, I have a lovely selection of summer and spring themed music that I'm gonna play. So, anyways, what was I saying? I forget when I do that. Sometimes I have a moment where I have a thought and I'm going to say it, and then just like the Waltz of the Flowers, it just flitters by. Sometimes I wonder if I have adult ADHD. It's probably the case because honestly, I don't know what to do with myself half the time. I have a long attention span, but only for certain things. Actually, the truth is, I thought I was going to say something. I don't remember what I was going to say. Shit. I forget. I forgot what I was going to say. Oh god, it's the Sometimers. The Sometimers is coming for me. That's right. I said it. Sometimers. I don't remember what I was going to say. It wasn't important, obviously. What's important is you guys are here and we're hanging out. We're going to listen to some music. Oh, I've got some more equipment for my I have some more equipment for my studio coming today for my YouTube channel, which is pretty cool. I found my old high definition video cam. See? Little black sucker. 18 megapixels. I don't know if this is any good still. I'm sure it is, but it has face tracking and everything like that. I think that should satisfy my need for a different thing. You got new pliers. Hey, you know what? Tools are awesome. Alyosha Healing, welcome. It's really bad when I'm excited over little things. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. Pliers are awesome. I love pliers. That sounds really weird. I don't know why I said that. I said that because I don't know why I said that. Anyways, going to send on this link to everybody. I'm really bad. I haven't even opened up my playlist for this all, so we'll get that started next. Get this started. Oh, whoops. I don't want to do that one. That's not what I wanted. I hate when that happens. Like, my phone occasionally will have a mind of its own. I do have ADHD. How does one darn socks? So what you do is you take... So if you have a boiled egg, it works really well. If you don't have a boiled egg, you can use like a light bulb or something like that. You stick it in the area of where you need to darn the sock, and then you have a thread. You should probably have the thread... I'm sorry, the needle and thread actually threaded before. Wow, I do have ADHD. That's hilarious. Is that what ADHD is? I don't know. I don't know. Oh shit. I do have ADHD. Jumping from one subject to another. Wow. Okay, back on track. All right. Summer themed music, spring themed music. We're going to listen to it today. We're going to be talking about traditions throughout the United States and throughout the world of celebrating spring and summer. Why? Because here in Michigan, it is finally going to give us some beautiful weather today. And I'm super excited because we're going to be 78 for the first time in forever. It's amazing. We've had a very long winter, and I guess our spring was just not much of a spring. It snowed on May 11th. Yeah, girl, my Midwesterners, you know what I'm talking about, dude. This weather's been all sorts of messed up. You know, it's really funny because I go on TikTok because I just joined TikTok, and it's really funny because people are sitting there and they're like, Midwest winter. You know you're from the Midwest when I'm like, well, yeah, I know I'm from the Midwest, but specifically like Michigan and Ohio, my neighbor to the south, like what the hell's up with our weather right now? We're getting friggin' snow in like May. Like I've heard it from my family members. Oh yeah, there was a year that we had snow in June. Well, that doesn't mean that I want it. Look, I signed up for 6 months of winter. I know that. I know I signed up for 6 months of winter, but this is a little excessive. It feels like it. It feels like it's 6 months of winter. It's not, but hopefully, if you're like me, Rose, or if well, I don't know where you're at in Ohio, but hopefully, the weather is going to be a little bit nicer today for you as well. We're going to talk about weather at some point. So if you want to know what your local weather forecast is, you can actually drop your city and states in the comments, and I will look it up and I will give you your 5-day weather forecast. I do it for every broadcast, at least once every broadcast. I'm putting my messy hair bun up, or messy bun pony up right now, because I love my hair, but it's getting in my way. Yes, I decided today that I was going to actually wear, um, what's it called? Short shorts. Yeah, I got my booty shorts on because I'm tired of wearing, well, I'm working from home too because of all this blah that's going on. I'm not even going to give it a name anymore, just calling it blah. And, I'm tired of wearing pajama pants. It's funny because my mom yelled at me the other day. She's like, all you have is like wintry pajama pants. And I remember back in February when I went to the doctor when I was kind of sick, the nurse then she yelled at me because she was like, winter, how, that the Christmas was like 2 months ago. And I was like, yeah, so what? What's your point? These are fluffy. And I don't feel good. So leave me alone or I'll cough on you. Go to YouTube, stand up. Maybe. Well, I'm sure you'll see me standing up from time to time. But yeah, they really are booty shorts. Okay, but I need to fix this because you know what? I got yelled at also by my friend Blake, who. Oh! I remember what I was gonna say. Okay, well, I'll tell you guys in a minute. Let me finish off my one thought before I jump to another. So I'm right, family. Wear my Christmas corgi. Right, right. I will wear my pajamas whenever I want. I don't care if they're Christmas themed. Yeah, they have snowmen on them. Who cares? They're fluffy and comfortable. Okay, maybe I've been doing a little bit too much because I'm working from home and I don't really need pants. But it's better than me walking around without pants on. Right? Right? I don't know. That's my thoughts. You can have your own thoughts, but But yeah, I mean, at least I'm wearing pants. At this point, I think the pants should be outlawed because it's not like we're leaving our houses anymore. I mean, hey, Robert, you're now a frog. But yes, pants depends on the situation. Pants, yes. If you're out in public, then you need pants. If you are not out in public, you don't need pants. I think that pajama pants and booty shorts will be sufficient enough. I don't give a shit. Although, I decided that I was gonna go on Amazon Prime because like none of the other places seem to have like pajama pants that look also like pants. So I went onto Amazon Prime and I got some really cute pajama pants that are stripy. Like they're like a gray and white striped. And they look like yoga pants, like just like droopy, baggy yoga pants. So I'm really excited about those. And I ordered those on Amazon because I was like, fine, if this is going to continue, because I'm working out from home at least until July, I know that much. And then if God forbid this gets extended any longer, who knows how long I'll be working from home. But in this situation, I was like, you know what? I'm going to get a pair of black ones and I'm going to get a pair of droopy, baggy, white and gray ones because guess what? I don't need jeans right now. I don't need pants. I still wear jeans when I go out, when I go to the grocery store. Isn't that weird? That's the only time I dress up. Robert says depends on the situation for pants, except at Mardi Gras. Yeah, Mardi Gras, you do not need pants. Mardi Gras, the pants are completely and totally optional. Totally optional. But usually you still have to have some sort of bottom, something. Anyways, that is my thoughts on pants. All right, we're gonna get some music started here. So I'm sorry for the. That's I am seriously a slightly adult ADHD person apparently because I will start on one subject and I'll completely change it. If anything, it should make it kind of what's the word? It should make it very interesting and entertaining for you guys. For me, boy, I get lost easily. I never realized that before. Huh, it's interesting. So there's that. Also, on Sunday, I'm going to be doing my first big interview with my buddy, with my buddy Blake O'Kleiner. He is actually a independent, independent film producer and everything. He's done a couple of little movies and stuff like that, which are available. I'm not sure what genre. He does like some thrillers. He does some other stuff, but he's an independent filmmaker. He also has his own company where they actually do, and it's happening. I know I've been talking about him for a couple weeks, couple months now. But did you ever do the astronomy and astrophysics cast? No, that's going to be coming probably in 2 weeks when I will have more time to dedicate to that on Wednesday. But what's going to end up happening is I'm going to end up interviewing Blake on Sunday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's when his kid actually was like, "Oh, that's perfect." So this Sunday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you want to find out more about becoming a successful YouTuber, or if you want to know more about YouTube censorship and whatnot, you can also join me for that because it's happening, folks. They're deleting stuff off of YouTube for having real facts because it goes against the grain, and thankfully they have it all. Thankfully they have it all up on other alternative media platforms. But if you want to find out more about being a successful YouTuber, he has some tips. He also has He also is going to talk to me about his photography business because he also does a photography business as well. Welcome, Pitbull Lover and Gourmet Bear. My toilet bowl is stained. What environmentally friendly cleaner do you recommend as an environmental scientist? I recommend that you get, believe it or not, baking soda and vinegar. What you do, just take a little bit of that, and what I would do first is I would put the baking soda underneath the toilet rim first, and then take the vinegar and pour it around the edges. And what ends up happening, it ends up actually causing a physical reaction, or I'm sorry, chemical reaction, and it'll fluff up. So be careful with how much baking soda you put in there, and also be careful how much vinegar you put in there too, because I don't want it to explode all over your or overflow in your bathroom. I mean, obviously, you'd want to let it sit too. It's kind of like the equivalent of using like scrubbing bubbles, believe it or not. But there's less toxins in it, and it is more organic. Not by much, but it's still more organic than the stuff that you buy at the store. That's just what I would like to say. I have a new caller, welcome, and not sure it is Pitbull Lover, welcome. I'll take your call here in a few minutes. I do have 80 to 80. I just want to make sure I answer everybody's phone calls and everybody's questions. Pitbull Lover, let me know what you want to talk to in the comments. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to actually get some music started because I've been chatting for a while now. Wow, I've been like chatting for 20 minutes, and I feel bad because I haven't even started any music at all yet. So let me play at least one song here. If you want to say something, all right, I'll go ahead and I'll have you on, but we only got take like 5 minutes because yeah. Welcome, Pitbull Lover. Hey, how's it going?
So the issue is to clean the toilet.
No, well, that was just Robert's question about because I'm actually I'm studying I don't want to go on my whole thing what I'm doing, but I've got my degree in environmental studies, so he's like asking me as an environmentalist what you could use as a alternative to the stuff that they have in the store. But if you have a suggestion, definitely.
For one or two, one can of soda, dark soda like Coke, in a toilet and let it sit. It's acidic enough.
That I didn't even think about. I kind of forgot about that.
Let it, let it sit. Let it do its thing for an hour or whatever. And then just use a brush. But yeah, vinegar and baking soda is great. Another thing is you can mix a little bit of lemon juice.
Yeah.
With it. If you want to wash a pan, cut up a lemon in half, and then cut up lines around it so you can make the outside of the skin, push it in so it's kind of flat, and use that as a scrubber with baking soda and warm water.
That's actually a good one too. Didn't think about
I
that.
haven't I have MCS, so I avoid chemicals. I avoid anything with fumes as much as possible.
Fair enough. That is understandable. Where are you from?
Texas.
Nice, nice. I see you're a pit bull lover. I love pit bulls too. In fact, my dog he's a pit lab mix. I love him to death. He's the best dog ever. So. Yeah, pit lovers. So we're gonna let's see. Anybody else have any other questions or anything like that, or do you have anything else that you want to chime in about or anything like that?
I just want to say that the companies, the chemical companies, the whole thing. But basically, if you buy something that has a smell, has fumes, they're basically these are fumes. They call it a smell, but what they are is a fume.
Yeah.
And you're breathing in fumes that the molecules are designed to stick to the surface, and they will stick to a surface.
Mm-hmm.
So what they do to your lungs.
Well, they do terrible things to you. If you're
If it's a cleaner, it basically burns your lungs.
Yep. So, if you can at all avoid those things.
Avoid anything that says scented. Anything that says scented.
Yep. That means candles too. Don't buy those scented candles. No, don't do that. Because that stuff is usually they have aluminum in them. Believe it or not, a lot of them. So, another actually, you know what? Going on the toxicology part is I've been studying toxicology. They actually have a chemical that's commonly used in pesticides called what is it called? Ultramazine. It actually increases the amount of estrogen in everything. In fact, there's a TED talk about it. I loved it. There's a TED talk about it. This guy who was saying that he just was a little boy that loved frogs. Well, they were finding that these frogs in Africa were they were not able to sit there and reproduce and things like that, and they couldn't figure out why because there was plenty of male frogs, but they weren't. They were actually starting to produce ovaries now as well, and it's crazy because they were saying that they have that same stuff it's in our water, it's in everything like that. So all the stuff with ovarian cancer to testicular cancer, everything like that, it's crazy.
And autism.
Yeah, and autism and problems with the pituitary gland and everything like that. It's no wonder. And they were finding that a lot of the frogs that had been exposed to it directly, they had birth defects or they had deformed reproductive systems and things like that. And then those that weren't, even their offspring still had more birth defects and things like that. So, it's crazy. And the thing is, this stuff is still considered legal. It's insane.
Look, your average spray that you spray on your body or in the air for a coat. Oh, it smells good. It's all carcinogen. And just so you know, the chemical industry has really done their work, a lot of work, and some of it is how to brainwash society. So. And they created sentences. They created things that don't really exist in a language.
Right.
Like for example, smell good. Good is not a smell. Good is an act.
Right. Right.
There's no such thing as something that smells good. You can say you like it or dislike it.
Right.
But when you present good, then who will stand up against it? Because they will be wrong.
Right.
Automatically. Because you're standing against good. No one wants to stand against good, so you create something and say, this smells good. Do this, and all these girls will like you. Do this, and all these guys will like you.
Right. Right. It's crazy. It's amazing how they have just like teams of people who are just sitting there and trying to market things to us. And it's
watch out for things that it says it's sweet, but it says contains no sugar.
Yeah.
Read it.
Yeah, that's definitely I mean,
if you see anything that says
super.
phenolphthalein,
Yep.
Do not buy it.
Yep, do not do it. I mean, shoot, they've already got enough of the things out there proving that different sweeteners, like for example, well, actually, they're very, very, very interesting enough because I like going to the Asian markets. I like going to the different not just Asian markets, but the different what is it called, ethnic markets and things like that to go shopping because sometimes I like going and picking up some of their stuff. And I love aloe water. I absolutely love aloe water. And I was like, oh, my mom's diabetic, and I saw something that said, that's 0 sugar. Well, I looked at it. I looked at the ingredients, and they had sucrose. Now, sucrose in itself is naturally occurring. However, the thing about sucrose is too much exposure to it can actually cause more problems. Our body doesn't know exactly how to break down sucrose. It's just like glucose is actually a form of sucrose, but the way our body actually breaks it down, it does it differently and it does it more efficiently. So you can have like small traces, small bits of sucrose, but if you have a lot of it, you have to be very, very careful, especially if you happen to have like problems like diabetes or other things like that. It's crazy.
I bring that same thing up with cosmetics, lotions,
Mm-hmm.
anything that any kind of perfume that you put on your body,
Yep.
any
Yep.
liquid that, I bring all that same thing up, and basically your body can't break it down.
Mm-hmm.
It's not organic. So how? I got a question. For whoever wants to answer it. When a body can't break something down, how does the body normally store stuff?
Usually stores it as fat.
Yep. And where does it store it?
Wherever it will fit.
most condensed, let's just say, square inch of fat cells. The most condensed square inch of fat cells on the female body. Where is that?
Oh, that's definitely boobs and stomach and ass.
It's usually the thighs.
Yeah.
It's usually the thighs.
Yeah.
And the breast.
Yeah.
Okay. Breast. Most of it contains just fat cells and mammary glands.
Mm-hmm.
So when you put in a chemical on your body, okay, put in a lotion, it doesn't just disappear. It has to be somewhere.
Right.
So it gets into the skin, gets under the skin, so it goes subcutaneous. Now, at that point, it's on your muscle. Now it's on the muscle. Then from that point, it breaks down.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these things actually get into your bloodstream. Once it's in your bloodstream, it's in you. And your body can't break it down. It stores it in the fat cells. Fat. I don't want to bore you with the whole thing.
No, go for it.
Biology. But chemistry and biology is basically the same thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's all chemical processes. Your whole body is just like a chemical engine. That's it. That's all it is.
So if you draw like a little like ball and a paper just a bit, then you draw a circle around it. Okay, a wide circle around it.
Mm-hmm.
So the inside is called a nucleus. Okay, the white area around is the stuff. That's the cell.
Yeah, the plasma.
The outside is the cell wall. So the nucleus has information that tells the cell grow. The cell wall tells the stuff grow until this point.
Right.
Just until this point. So these fat cells, these not fat cells, these
the proteins. The proteins, ATP.
You're so glad to infuse your body with all these carcinogens. I think I just gave up the answer. They slowly break down the cell wall.
Right.
So breaking down the cell wall is like it's like taking out a chunk out of the outside of an egg, so it will flow out.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing to hold it. I don't mean a little piece. I mean like a whole chunk.
Right.
When you break down the cell wall, it takes basically it slices it. So it breaks out.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, there's nothing to tell the cell not to grow. The nucleus tells it to grow, and the stuff multiplies, and the cell gets bigger and larger, and then it affects other cells.
Yep.
Well, at the point that it gets larger, what is that called?
Cancer.
No, it's called a free radical.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, no. Well, I thought that free radicals were things that actually are the things that influence cells to grow or to actually.
Well, it is already out of control.
Right.
So at the point that it affects other cells and makes other cells have the same reaction, they all open up. That is called what?
No, I'm not sure. I thought. Well, so I don't think it's a free radical. But it's
It is free radical, but the action of that, the effect of it, is called spreading cancer.
Right. Yeah.
A cancer is by itself. A cancer is by itself with the action of spreading.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when the doctors, surgeon gets into an area of the body and takes out a cancerous material, he cuts into the healthy material
Have to remove it. Yeah.
Basically to keep the whole cancerous area
Contained
by itself.
Yeah.
You don't want to spread.
Because if you don't get all of the affected area out, then it's just going to infect more of the other cells in the body, and you don't get rid of the cancer. Oops.
So someone you take two women, okay? One from, let's just say, I don't know, let's just say 1700s, 1600s, okay? Compared to an average woman of, let's just say, 20 something.
Yeah.
Okay. And you look at their lifestyle, look at their whole line, and you compare. Most of the women from back then did not have cancer.
Yep.
Did not have ovarian cysts. Did not have those problems.
Yep.
The women in modern times do.
Yep.
Why? It doesn't just happen by miracle.
No.
Okay. In the 1950s or 60s, doctor went on TV and said that tobacco is not linked to cancer, and it's just a joke.
It was a lie.
It actually said that cancer is just because of age. Same thing. What happens at this point is people say, no, it's just cancer because of whatever, but they don't realize the women that have breast cancer, because it is from the fat cells, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Causing it to themselves.
Yep. All the stuff that we sit there and put on our bodies.
It doesn't kill you on the spot. It kills you with time.
Right.
So like tobacco, it kills you with time. But imagine if, and this is one thing I said to someone, imagine if the original smoker that ever tried a cigarette, okay, there was a little 22 in there. And when it heated up, it blew up, it fired, and it put that bullet right in his head and killed him on the spot.
Right.
Do you think there would be any other people that would say, yeah, I want to smoke?
Oh, probably not, no.
Oh, look, he died. I don't want to do this, right? But what if I put chemicals that slowly kill the body, but you have the effect of the tobacco, but you don't really notice the chemical that kills the body? You would smoke it, you would continue to smoke it, and you would continue to smoke it.
Yep. It's called bioaccumulation.
Most of the stuff you exhale, some of the stuff, your lungs hold it. Okay? Because your lungs inside, it's wet. It holds it, it keeps it, absorbs it. And that's called accumulation. With years and years and years, all of a sudden, bang, she has cancer. Where did she get it? Well, smoking, chemicals, all the lotions she had, all the stuff you sprayed in the air.
All the things that you eat, everything. Yep.
I massage. Well,
yeah.
I used it when I was not single. Okay?
Yeah.
When I was not single.
Right.
Massage. Everything that I massage with is natural.
Good.
And I don't mean I buy a bottle and it's look 100% natural this and just added this and this for to preserve the no I don't mean that.
Right.
Everything I use is food grade.
Right. So you can eat it and eat it safely, and it doesn't have any added.
You can take a teaspoon of this stuff and eat it. So when I push it into your skin, your body breaks it down.
Right. Which is the way it should be. We should have more products that are like that. Unfortunately, it's cheaper, and that's where everything is. And on top of that, it's all about.
It's the money.
Yep,
it's the money.
It's all about the money.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, sure.
In 1966, government with Congress, Congress, they'll take hands off of it. They approved a non-disclosure. Non-disclosure for the good of the corporation in the industries.
Right.
Yep. The industry. So they don't disclose the exact ingredients, so other companies can't copy them.
Yep.
So you don't know what you're getting, but you know that they have to put something. You just don't know what you're getting. So what do they put in there? Does not disclose, let's just say, the 20-something chemicals that they just put in the product. So what would they put in the ingredients?
Other ingredients. That's what they put. Other
No,
ingredients.
there's one word.
I can't remember what it is, but I know what you're talking about.
It's called fragrance.
Oh yeah, fragrance. Yeah.
It includes all this stuff and fragrance. What does fragrance mean? It means it's a smell, but what?
What is it made with?
Yeah. I mean, think of it how idiotic it is. You think a company will actually take a smell from the air and put it in there?
Oh no, they can't do that. You can't do that. It's impossible.
But people fall for it.
Oh yeah.
And if you look at the ingredients, you're looking at carcinogens.
Mm-hmm.
The average woman, I can show you closer. and it's a woman, okay? And there's all these pointers at her face, at her skin, different areas in her body, and it shows the different things that are on there. And the average woman, with all the cosmetics, with all the stuff, okay, she's carrying 21 carcinogenic materials.
Wow, that's insane. That doesn't shock me though at all, one bit. And that's probably not even everything. That's probably like a median, meaning there's probably a lot more than just that.
Well, once it messes with your ovaries, it messes with your estrogen, because it does.
Yeah.
And that affects how you can't control your mood.
Mm-hmm.
So if you ever notice that the most quick to irritate women are the ones that have the most smell, the most stuff on her face, and she's had it on for years. And these are the women that you probably look better.
Yeah.
But they're the most easiest to upset.
Yep.
Because they've already damaged their ovaries with the chemicals.
Well, and they've also, there's a lot of brain chemistry that comes with that too, because if it gets into your bloodstream, it ends up going into your bloodstream to your brain and then it ends up circulating around your brain and everything like that, and those hormones get absorbed by the brain into the other glands in your body and everything like that, and it completely and totally alters your behavior and everything like that. So
once it messes with your estrogen, you're just ready to explode with anything.
Yeah. Which is so sad because I always thought that we were the fairer sex, but just kidding. We're crazy.
Males are more violent.
Yeah, that's the testosterone. But
women are more, let's just say,
we have an explosive reaction most of the time, whereas guys have a slow burn. But usually with guys, you can there's usually like a, I don't know, you guys have like a slow burn to when you get angry. That's just something that I've noticed. This is not trying to be sexist, so I apologize if anybody's taking this the wrong way. But this is just something that I've noticed. But women, we are very quick to anger, and when we do, and I'm not going to say that's all our fault. A lot of it does have to do with the fact that our hormones are completely off balance. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's.
And I'm not saying 100% of the reason for cancer is because of lotions and the sprays and the stuff. I'm saying that the stuff that women buy does cause cancer.
And guys too, because there's stuff that guys have too, and they have.
When I say perfume, I include anything that actually has a fume.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you.
Man's thing. Here's a man's thing. Smell like a man. What the fuck does a man smell like? You know what a man smells like?
Dirt. Sorry.
There's a chemical that's produced when someone sweats.
Yeah, it's called
male and female.
Yeah.
That chemical itself is an attractant to the opposite sex.
Yeah, and
it actually attracts the opposite sex. So
and
if a male is clean, and I mean clean like clean, not with chemicals on him,
but just like
clean. He
regular
has
water.
a little sweat on him. There's that chemical there that the woman would smell, and she would actually automatically, not knowing it, she would be attracted to him.
Yep. It's I know what that I can't remember what it's called, but it's so it's acts like an aphrodisiac. But the funny thing is, everybody has their own scent, and most people don't.
Exactly. Why do you think animals walk up to other animals and smell their butts?
Right. And
Because
it's
it excretes as there's a gland in there
mm-hmm.
that actually has a smell, and they're smelling that animal for several things. For its health, is it a healthy animal?
Right.
What's the
Are they in
age of
heat?
this?
Usually.
They're smelling all kinds of. Does the animal have? Is the animal already pregnant? All these questions. Is he pregnant? It's stuff you ask a woman. Do you have kids? Do you
Right.
want kids?
Right.
Are you pregnant? How old are you? All these things. How healthy are you? You look at the woman. You don't ask her health, right? But you kind of look. Same thing. Animals. They see all that information when they smell.
Yeah. It's I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's shoot.
Pheromones.
Well, yeah, it's a hormone, but there's a very specific name for it. And actually, it's really funny because I used to have a I used to I can't they actually made a supposedly they made a perfume that you could put on that would actually enhance what your smell is, so that way it will help you find or help you attract somebody who's actually attracted to your scent. And I can't.
There's even a product that I don't know I don't know if it exists. I don't know if it exists, but I know it did in the 90s. That was it included a substance that's like a pheromone and guaranteed to attract women.
That's what it is. It's a pheromone. That's what it is. So everybody has pheromones. Everybody has pheromones, and not everybody is attracted to the same pheromones. And every individual person has their own smell. Yep.
Yes.
And actually, you know what's really funny is they were even saying that women.
I read a very interesting experiment, and this has to do with pheromones.
Mm-hmm.
But this has to do with so much more than that. You know how animals smell the other,
yeah,
and they're looking for all these things. All these things click in their brain. They put a check mark on it or an X.
Yep.
With all these things, right? Yep. And in their mind, is she healthy? Check mark. Is she at this age? X. They did an actual study, a blind study,
mm-hmm.
blind, and they excreted sweat off of so many men. I don't know the number, but of enough different men that were a healthy age. That obviously they told them, I'm sure they told them to completely scrape off all their chemicals and all, because they wanted the sweat.
Right.
They don't want the chemicals.
Right.
And they put these different sweat in little dishes. Okay. And each dish had like a code on it.
Mm-hmm.
And they brought in different women that were the subjects that agreed, okay, this will take a test, we'll pay you $100, okay? And they had a sheet. They had to fill out these things, all these questions. I wasn't there. I don't know, but I know what the test was.
Mm-hmm.
And each woman was brought the same line of dishes. She would smell it. She could take as much time as she wanted to smell it. She would cover it, and then she would put the check marks.
Right.
Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? Because it's easier to think when the answer is in front.
Right.
Okay. Easier to think when the answer is in front. The thing is that the brain processes the smell. You only have so many seconds.
Right.
So you need to answer. You need to have all this information. They found out not just that they could tell if the male was healthy or not, or if the male was the specific race that they liked, but they can also tell. It was proven that, and it's proven by vision, but they could prove it by just by the smell that the guys that were symmetric were more attractive. They were more attracted to their sweat
Interesting.
than guys who were asymmetric. And it's like that naturally. If you look at someone,
Yeah.
and his eye is just one eye, it's just you could just tell. You know it's something is weird, but you don't know. I do because I measure everything from the zero line.
Mm-hmm.
How far is this eye from the zero line? How far is that eye from the zero line? And you can tell a bit of a difference.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's natural. But if there is let's just say above the natural differences, it's not symmetric.
Mm-hmm.
Something was wrong with the way this fetus grew.
Right.
And
or the chemical influences.
And this person will pass on its genes. Women look for a good genetic material. Same thing with men.
Mm-hmm.
Look at animals. Men and women, humankind mimic animals, just in a different way.
Right.
Oh, look, she has a great ass. Oh, look. His ass. Look at his legs. Oh, look, his arm is hairy. They look at all that. It's the same thing. They're looking for good genetic materials to pass on.
Right. No, it's true.
That's it. That's all it is good genetic material to pass on. It's just that you don't walk up to the average guy
and you don't sniff his ass.
Hey, can you put in this dish your sweat, and in this dish a bit of your blood? I need to take it to a lab and see if I like you.
Maybe that make life more, a little bit easier for me for dating. Just kidding.
The Nazis were into
eugenics.
Humans.
Yep.
Perfect.
It's called eugenics.
And they were, and I'm telling you, their scientists were really, really intelligent.
Right.
And they were messing with genetics. They wanted to make sure that the humankind was perfect. They were the modern, let's just say, Romans.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, they were
Romans. If you were not exact great genetic material, you were off color or whatever, you were a slave. You were nothing.
Yep. Well, actually on that line, another thing that I heard, and actually another thing that I read, was that women who actually take birth control, believe it or not, usually end up being less attracted to masculine men. That was a study that I just read recently, that if you have been exposed, or if you have been taking birth control for an extended period of time, then you are everything about your body chemistry ends up being changed. Which, I mean, obviously, it's you're putting things into your body already to alter the fact that you can't have kids. But then on top of that, you're also altering your body to the point where now you are no longer attracted to certain things.
There's this thing of the unknown, okay? And you know how they call it signal, right? They don't know what it is. But you could tell that a woman that would, from let's just say a distance, would look very attractive. But once you talk to her and once she looks at you,
yeah,
you're like, well, she's bitchy. She hardly said anything.
Yeah.
Or, well, there's something, I don't know what. I just, she looks good. Yeah, I would fuck her, but no, I don't want to be with her. And
right.
I'm just putting in plain words.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
That's true.
Because to get physically get the pleasure, yes, the men will do that. But the man doesn't think in that sense when they want to actually meet a woman.
Mm-hmm.
They look at what? They look at reproduction. They look at good genetic material, and something is off with that woman.
Yeah.
I would physically touch her, but nah. For anything more than that, I want someone that's called better, whatever that better is.
Right. Just crazy. I'm telling you, we don't really have any idea what it is that how much of an impact chemicals and things like that have on our lives. Everything from like dating down to everything. Success.
I can talk to you off this app, and I can tell you how much it affects my life.
Oh, I bet. Well, you said you're in CIS, right? Right?
I mean, I can get get into everything from brainwashing to chemistry to science to actual proof of things. It covers everything.
That's awesome.
This is my snap.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm gonna get. So what I'm gonna do? I'm actually gonna get to some music, Pitbull. But it's been awesome having you on.
So when you see your dog
Yeah.
walking up to a female dog, let him. You can sense, you can kind of see, he's attracted to that breed. It's kind of interesting since your dog is mixed breed.
Yeah.
You know, that your dog thinks in two different ways.
Mm-hmm.
So what kind of breed is he interested in? You know, and sometimes they play. The female will kind of run a bit and she'll stop. You know, it's the game.
Yeah.
You know, and then he'll run to her and then he'll stop and then he'll put his head down and she'll move up and then he'll jump up and then and it's just a game thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of called.
It's court.
Almost like dating.
It's yes.
Like dating.
It's their version of courtship.
Mm-hmm.
Basically. So, and which is that's kind of cool.
So when you see your dog smelling some other dog's butt, you can see basically a lot of things.
Well, he's sitting there.
What kind of color the dog is attracted to? What kind of breed?
Yep. It's pretty.
And just so you know, being attracted to a certain color or not being attracted to a certain color is not racist.
No, it's just.
It's only racist when you act on it in society. Okay?
Yeah.
But for you to like or dislike, it's normal. It's not racist.
Right.
It's normal.
It's just biological.
Exactly.
It's just biological. It's very, very interesting. Well, okay, so we're going to. I'm glad that Sensitive Sphere says, I'm glad humans don't smell each other's butts. Me too. That would be very awkward. Could you imagine that? It's like having somebody you meet somebody for the first time.
Nice to meet you. Can you get off that deep for a bit? Why? I just want to smell something.
I just need to sniff your butt. That's all. So good, so funny. Or it could always be like cats. Like cats, even because I have cats too. They like to walk around and they rub against stuff, so that way they scent it and they spread their scent to claim their territory.
Yep.
They have scent glands in their cheeks and in their and everything like that. So it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, when a cat rubs the side of his face against you, he's saying,
hey,
like you, I don't want any other cat to touch you.
Yeah, you're mine. Pretty much. So, all right, well, I'm gonna get some music started here. So, but
nice talking to you.
Absolutely.
Nice talking to you.
So,
really nice. So I'll follow you.
Okay, awesome. And if you want, actually, that's my Instagram. I just dropped it below. So if you want to chat outside, and I actually do have different interviews and stuff like that I do with different people. So if you want to hop in, or if you want to collab sometime, let me know, and we can collab, and we can do that.
Yeah, I don't have that app.
That's okay.
I don't use the website.
That's okay.
I use Snap. Snap is more personal. Only the people that you want to know.
Fair enough.
I just, it's my thing of privacy.
That's fine. So I think that's also my name on Snapchat. So if you wanna Snapchat me too, that's cool.
The same thing?
Yep, think so. So I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna double check it right now. I don't remember. How bad is that? Let me see. I'm gonna double check and make sure. Just because I know I'm really bad though with Snapchat. I just don't use it very much. Oh no!
I have a really very, very secure messenger, but the thing is that messenger, you have to have the person's phone number.
Yeah.
Because that's who you add it to.
So that's my Snapchat. So yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't. Okay.
No zero. All right. So we're gonna get back. We're gonna get to some music though, Fahia, and thank you for joining me on the live chats, Pitbull. Absolutely. Yeah, you have a great day, and I hope you enjoy the music.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Bye. All right. So here we go. We're going to get to some classical music now. Thank you, Pitbull, for hopping in and chit-chatting with me about chemicals and toxicology and all that stuff. It's actually pretty awesome Because actually, right now, I'm taking another course right now in environmental studies. So this is kind of my thing that I'm doing right now. So I appreciate that. Kind of inspired, talking to people about that stuff is super interesting. And I don't know. I think most of my listeners, my regular listeners, appreciate when we go into the sciencey stuff. And this channel is a channel for sciencey stuff too. I don't do sciencey stuff a lot, but I do have a science stream that I do once. I'm going to be doing it once a month, probably every third Wednesday of the month. So that would be coming up this coming Wednesday. So we're going to do that starting this coming Wednesday, and it's going to be on astrophysics. Ooh. And yeah, and astronomy. So there we go. All right, here is we're gonna get some music started. This song is Beethoven's Seventh Allegretto. This is performed by the American Symphony Orchestra. We're gonna play that first. This is Opus 92, number 2, Allegretto. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoy the music. And YouTube, you're getting muted. Sorry, guys. Here we go. Jazz and blues as well. And yes, I do have a kitty cat who has decided to come in and invade my studio, which is totally cool. I love my kitty cat. She is so pretty. She's an old lady. She is in her 20s. Um, well, she's gonna be 20 this year. She is very, very, very old kitty cat. She's my favorite. Um, yeah, she's an old kitty cat. She is just sitting here and curling up on my lap. Um, I actually had her brother too, and he was a black cat. I love black cats, but this one is Bebe. I don't know if I can put her up on YouTube. This is Bebe. This is my 20-year-old kitty cat. She's a tabby. Tortoise shell tabby. Oh, okay, okay. She doesn't want me picking her up. She just wants me to be. She just wants to sit in my lap. Use my lap as her throne. That's fine. You can do that. Nail stuff. She's unfortunately, even though she's old, she's also very clumsy. Come here, poor baby girl. I always worry about her getting hurt because she is so old and she's getting frail. Um, so yeah, fish oil, lots of fish oil helps me stay healthy. Um, but I had her brother. They were from the same litter. They were litter mates, and he was a black cat. We ended up having to put him down a few years ago because he had FIV, and I'm sure she probably has FIV, but she has hung on for a very long time, and there's certain things that she can't do anymore, which is fine, but she's still pretty healthy and everything like that otherwise. But yeah, she's about 20 years old. She'll be, I think, 21 this year. I don't know. I think it's either August, August that she was born, maybe. I'm not sure. But anyway, yes, so she has left the room. The cat has left the room. It's a shame. I was enjoying having her on my lap. All right, that's okay. Our next song that we're going to be listening to, we're going to be continuing with some music, but know I had a request for BB King. The Thrill Is Gone. I'm going to go ahead and play that after this. So we'll get, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get that playing as well. If you do have a request for jazz, blues, or classical music, drop below. I will play it for you. We're going to play that request by Sensitive Spirits. The Thrill Is Gone by BB King. And YouTube, if anybody is on YouTube watching, sorry guys, you're getting muted again. I want to be able to continue to record stuff. Unfortunately, YouTube has some very strong censorship information on for their community. So I can't play copyrighted content. They do not like it. They will flag me and they will rip down all of my stuff. And actually, just to give you guys a heads up, I actually am having my first real big interview with one of my good friends. He's actually a producer. He's actually a film producer, independent film producer. He's from a company by the name of Lightcraft Entertainment. He and his wife have the company. She handles most of the wedding stuff. We are gonna hopefully talk to her in a couple weeks, but we're going to be talking to Blake O'Kleiner from Lightcraft Entertainment. He actually runs the YouTube portion of their show and of their I'm sorry. He runs the YouTube portion of their business where they record and they edit and they produce content for YouTube. He has some different things. He also has some videos or some movies that he has also put out as well. Actually, he just recently got censored by YouTube, so we're going to be talking about that coming on Sunday. That is going to be from 8 p.m. Eastern Time to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm going to be live on Facebook with him. I'm going to record it, and then I'm also going to put this up. I'm going to be running Spoon as well. So if you want to hop in, listen in, ask questions, things like that, he is the guy to do it because he and his information, he and his company have been fairly successful. Unfortunately, right now, with everything going on as far as COVID-19, he was saying that all of his wedding gigs have been canceled. So right now, it's all basically he has to produce content on YouTube because there's no other way that they can really get it because unless people want to do elopements and everything like that, which they just most of the places are completely canceling all of their wedding events and everything like that. So unless you happen to show up at a random park or something like that, there is no way to celebrate your wedding anymore in the state of Michigan. It's insane. Anyways, that's what we're dealing with here. I won't go too much more further into that because that is a whole nother podcast about government overreach. There's lots of it. Welcome, Pip. All right, here we go. This next song, this is B.B. King. We're going to be listening to. The song is The Thrill Is Gone. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And welcome to Phoebalicious Radio. Little request from Sensitive Spirit here. We're gonna be playing some jazz, blues, and classical music this morning. If you haven't tuned in, if you're just tuning in now, I want to welcome you to Phoebalicious Radio. And if you want to hear a particular jazz, blues, or classical music song, this is your time to do so. I also have an After Dark request show that I do actually on Tuesdays and Fridays. I didn't do it last night because I had too much homework that I need to take care of. So I've been working on that. However, if you want to listen to some jazz, blues, and classical music, or if you want to just check out my own personal playlist, I actually have quite a few streams from well, actually, even starting back in February, because I actually started back in February, that are recorded that you can listen to my music. You can listen to different talks and stuff I do with listeners. And actually, the live call is a newer feature. So it only started in what I think I want to say April. I could tell you maybe because I made an announcement for it in my Facebook group. However, yeah, it's a newer feature. It's pretty cool. And now you guys can talk to me live. If you have a request, you want to talk about your request or ask for a particular request, go ahead and do so. Just let me know in the comments what you want to talk about, and we'll put it in. So next up, though, we are gonna do some jazz music. And well, we have a selection of different songs that we're going to be playing today. So we're actually going to play "Radio" by John Schofield, Steve Swallow, and Bill Stewart. This is the song "Radio." We're going to play that next, and then after that, we're going to get back to some classical music. Now, if you want to know what your local weather forecast is, let me know by dropping your city and state below. And I'm going to be doing a local weather forecast here probably in about half an hour or so. Well, maybe a little bit sooner than that, probably about 15-20 minutes. Because we are almost done with this live. We have about 39 minutes left in this live. So I better get back to some music. So here is "Radio" by John Schofield, Steve Swallow, and Bill Stewart. Enjoy. And if you want to, check me out on YouTube. It's just Phoebalicious. And look for new content. And join me for my interview with Jake O'Kleiner from Lightcraft Entertainment about YouTube, censorship, and how to become a successful YouTuber or content creator. I hope you guys are enjoying the show, and here goes "Radio." Radio. Oh, so I had a couple of questions here. What's up? The sky. Um, I'm not gonna say the rest of that because it just went to a dirty place in my mind. So I'm not gonna say that. And airplanes. I'll let you finish that. Next up, we have some more jazz, blues, and classical music. We're actually going to be switching gears back to some classical music, but I had another question here as well as I think it's getting cloudier here. Says Sensitive Spirit. Yes, probably. Well, I mean, I know here it's actually a beautiful day. I'm actually located in Michigan, not too far from Detroit, about 20 minutes north of Detroit. And yeah, this is Phoebalicious Radio. We are going to be having our local weather forecast coming up here soon. In the next, you've been quarantined too long, Phoebe. I know, I have been quarantined too long. They need to open up this damn state. Telling you, I don't even know. Anyways, I have been quarantined too long. I'm starting to get paler than pale. Okay, like well, and it's on top of that, it hasn't been warm or anything like that. Today, we're supposed to get up to 78, which is amazing because we have been in the 30s and 40s, and that's not normal for Michigan weather. And I know Rose earlier from Ohio, she was saying the same thing. Like, this is crazy weather. We were getting snow on May 6th, okay? And or maybe May 1st or May 2nd, I don't know. Anyways, it's just crazy. I cannot believe this weather this year. And yes, it is getting scary. It's getting scary because people are not able to support themselves anymore. And unfortunately, I know most people are like, "Oh, well, it's better to be safe." Dude, we're going to starve before we end up actually being safe. We're gonna starve. We're gonna end up being depressed and killing ourselves here in Michigan. There's so many people that I know that are so they're just so mentally exhausted and mentally fried. I know I am. I can barely do most things most days. I'm working from home, thank God, but if I wasn't, my God, I don't know what I'd be doing. I think I would probably lose my damn mind. Um, I'm very grateful that I have the ability with my job that I can work from home because there are so many out there, and there are so many people that I know that have families that they have no income. They're still waiting on their unemployment. They've been applying for it since this all started and as soon as everything happened, and they are not getting their money. So, Albert Travis says, "Where are you all at?" So I am in Michigan. Sensitive is in, oh my gosh, I know this. Maryland, or no, you're in Massachusetts. Are you in Maryland or Massachusetts? I don't know. Nick, welcome. As far as the Kermit cult, I don't know where Kermit cult is from, or cult of Kermit, cult of Kermit. Auburn, Massachusetts. Okay. See, I was like, I know it's Auburn, but I'm not sure if it's Maryland or Massachusetts, but I was pretty sure it's from Massachusetts. So yes, and I'm actually from Michigan. I'm not too far, but I'm near Detroit. But yes, this is Phoebalicious Radio. We're going to be doing our local weather forecast in about 10 minutes here. We're going to get back to some classical music, but if you have a request for some classical music, blues, or jazz, drop below. This next song, this is Larose Suite Number 1 by the Philadelphia Orchestra. This is from Bizet. So, I know I've played this one before, but it's just such a beautiful piece. And this is kind of the spring slash summer music. We had some crazy storms last night, says Sensitive Spirit. Yeah, I know that we've been getting some really weird weather. And last night it rained, or yesterday it rained all day and thunderstormed. I love rain. I kind of wish it was raining right now, because then I wouldn't feel so bad about being inside, because it is such a beautiful day. But here we are, and that's fine. No big deal. Marcus, welcome. All right, here's Larose Suite Number 1 by the Philadelphia Orchestra, and this is by the composer Bizet. Again, Larsian, that was performed by the Philadelphia Orchestra and conducted by, oh my goodness, Ormandy. I actually was looking at it before it shut down. Let me see. I can tell you in a second who it was actually. I can tell you in a second who it was that actually conducted that. That was conducted by Eugene Ormandy. And that was the composer was Georges Bizet, Larsienne, Suite Number 1. Very short little song, beautiful song nonetheless. Just want to let everyone know. So, I am doing a interview this weekend with a good friend of mine, very good friend of mine, by the name of Blake O'Cliner. He is the owner and a producer of Lightcraft Entertainment. They have a couple of YouTube series that they produce on YouTube, and we're going to be doing a interview tomorrow on from 8 o'clock to 10 p.m. about YouTube and how to actually become a successful YouTuber. And also, we're going to talk about censorship on YouTube because actually, he was just, how shall I say this? He is basically just told that he is not allowed to put anything up about certain subjects, namely about the COVID-19 things that are going on and everything like that. All right. I have Marcus, who is actually from Pennsylvania. he's from Philadelphia. Philadelphia is pretty. I've only been through it a couple of times. I actually stopped there on my way through to Boston over the winter. I went to go visit a good friend of mine. Performed in theater too. Awesome. I've never been to Bethlehem, but Allentown is nice. I probably know them. I'm not sure who you were talking about. Maybe Eugene Normandy. I'm not sure. That's who you or Ormandy. I think that's who you might have been talking about. Bethlehem is beautiful. Allentown is beautiful. Bethlehem I love because they actually have a huge folk festival that they have every summer, fall, and it's gorgeous and it's so quaint and so pretty and everything like that. Sensitive Spirit says, right, if nothing fishy is going on, why would they think to, whoops, what the heck? Why would they censor COVID info? I don't know. So the thing is, with his particular show, of course, they're very conservative. They're very critical of both sides, but they're very critical about everything that's been going on. And that being said, that being the case, the whole COVID-19 thing, did a they did a video. I wish I had seen it before it got taken down, but they cite sources and things like that, and they cite things about what's going on, and all of that particular show, they have citations. They have citations about, they cite their information and their research. So that way they can make sure that they are giving stuff and information that people can actually see that, hey, this is real. Hey, this is real. But apparently YouTube and actually Facebook has been doing this too. So I'm hoping that on Sunday, when I go to do this interview with him on Sunday, that we don't get kicked off. I'm going to be going live with him and doing a video chat and doing a Facebook Live with him and interviewing him about, what it takes to be successful with YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel, by the way. I'm going to see if maybe I can record the video and then put it in on YouTube, maybe. And if not YouTube, then I might do it on another site. Who knows? However, his actual company is called Lightcraft Entertainment, and he's a great guy. He really is a great guy. And if you want his particular channel, they do everything from relationship help. Mostly it focuses on women and where we go wrong in our relationships and how we've screwed up in a lot of ways. Unfortunately, that's kind of what they do because they're guys and they kind of do that. But I can't say I don't agree with them in a lot of this stuff. So it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting to hear it from a different perspective because honestly, he's like the older brother who doesn't want to who wants to see you happy and everything like that. And he's the married older brother who wants to see you happy, basically. So he's going to tell you everything that you're doing wrong, ladies. Or like the older uncle. I guess you could say that the guy who's actually the host of his show is called Redonkulous. Mind you, there's like, women's booties waving all over the place on that particular show. But hey, it's still good information for women. It gives a lot of information about, why you're screwing up, why you can't find anybody who's actually decent. Anytime they say but, there's a woman's butt there. So, all right. Anyways, see you later, Albert. Welcome, Big Mike. Welcome, J Gamer 007 007. Okay, here we go. We're going to get back to some music here, and then we are in about 3 minutes. What's up? Not much. Yes, I will drop their info, definitely. I'm just going to warn you, you might get offended. I know sometimes I get offended watching their videos, but at the same time, I know that they're saying the truth. So it makes me angry because they're true, and I've been literally I've been literally sabotaging myself for the past 10 years, 12 years of my life. And I didn't really realize it until the last 6 years. But at that point, I was too invested in everything to say goodbye. And I should have said goodbye. That was my fault. All right. I will drop their information below. And actually, Sensitive, I'll just send you the link because I know I have you on Facebook. Also, if you want to join me on Facebook or join my Facebook, it's just Phoebalicious Radio. Join me there, and I'll probably be running the live in my Facebook group and also on my web, my personal page. Public, I'll do it public, but yeah. All right, here we go. Next song that we have. This is gonna be the Dead. Oh, well, I'm sorry. We're gonna do the song "If You Could See Me Now" by the Bill Evans Trio. Thank you, Big Mike. See Me Now. And that particular song, whoops, oh no, I'm letting it mess up again. Damn it. What happened? Oh, there it is. That again was If You Could See Me Now by the Bill Evans Trio. So there's that. We're actually going to take a quick break and do our local weather forecast. So if you want to know what your local weather forecast is for the next 5 days, drop your city and state below. Got yours in here already. So I'm going to do your Sensitive Spirit as well as Detroit, New York City, Los Angeles, California, and probably Washington, D.C. Maybe also Portland, Oregon. So we will start though, and actually Larose, Louisiana. Woo, Louisiana. Wow, I just cannot speak. Wow. Okay, so I've come up with 2 diagnoses. Maybe it's a self-diagnosis. Number 1, I have adult ADHD. I don't know of anything else that it could be. I just can't focus. And then second of all, I can't speak most days. That's all. That's the new discoveries this week. All right. So currently in Auburn, Massachusetts, it is 63 degrees. Your weather forecast for today, you're going to be having a high of 72, a low of 48. Look for, it's actually also going to be cloudy today. Looks like that there's a slight chance of rain, but not until Sunday. Late Sunday night or early Sunday morning. But maybe it's one of those things that this is the last little bit of rain before everything. Sunday, it's going to be 69 degrees with a high of 51, mostly cloudy skies. Monday, showers with a high of 57 and a low of 45. Tuesday, showers with a high of 55 and a low of 42. 50% chance of rain. And then Wednesday, clouds in the morning, sun in the afternoon with a high of 59 and a low of 40. And Thursday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 67 and a low of 49. Next up, we have New York City, New York. Currently in New York City, New York, it is 68 degrees and sunny. Absolutely, my pleasure. Today, you look for mostly sunny skies with a high of 77 and a low of 55. Sunday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 66 and a low of 53. Showers on Monday with a high of 84 and a low of 52. I'm sorry, is that 84? No, I'm sorry. A high of 64 and a low of 52. Rain on Tuesday with a high of 59 and a low of 49. And Wednesday, it's going to be cloudy with a high of 61 and a low of 49. And Thursday, we're going to be wrapping up the week in New York City, New York, with some showers with a high of 66 and a low of 54. Next up, we have Detroit, Michigan. It's currently 59 degrees in Detroit, Michigan. Today is a high of 67 degrees with a low of 51 and partly cloudy skies. Rain tomorrow on Sunday, May 17th, with a high of 60 and a low of 58. Monday, rainy with a high of 58 and a low of 52. Tuesday, rain with a high of 58 and a low of 49. And Wednesday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 63 and a low of 50. Thursday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 69 and a low of 55. And then finally warming up towards the end of the week next week in Detroit. Next up, we have Larose, Louisiana. Currently in Larose, Louisiana, it is 79 degrees. There is going to be a high of 81 with a low of 71 with cloudy skies. Tomorrow on May 17th, thunderstorms with a high of 82 and a low of 68. Monday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 85 and a low of 68. Tuesday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 62 and a low of 64. Wednesday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 81 and a low of 64. And Thursday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 82 and a low of 68. Next up, we have Washington, D.C. Currently in Washington, D.C., it is 78 degrees. Look for a high today of 80 degrees with a low of 59, partly cloudy skies. Sunday, mostly cloudy with a high of 74 and a low of 58. Monday, showers with a high of 72 and a low of 55. And Tuesday, rain with a high of 59 and a low of 49. Getting a little chillier there in the week. And then light rain on Wednesday, the 20th, with a high of 59 and a low of 52. And then finally, thunderstorms on Thursday, May 21st, with a high of 68 and a low of 55. If you would like to know what your local weather forecast is for the next 5 days, drop your city and state below, and I'll be happy to go ahead and look that information up for you. We're moving, though, to Las Vegas, Nevada, since it's fun, and hey, can't go too wrong with visiting the Sin City. It's Las Vegas, Nevada. Currently in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm sorry. Got a cup of coffee, cup of water. Whew. It is 76 degrees in Las Vegas, Nevada, with a high today of 96 and a low of 72. Mostly sunny skies. Good morning, adventurous. Good morning. Then Sunday, mostly sunny with wind, with a high of 96 and a low of 72. Monday, mostly sunny skies with wind. It's a high of 90 and a low of 65. Tuesday, sunny and wind with a high of 77 and a low of 58. And then Wednesday, sunny skies with a high of 82 and a low of 61. And finally, finishing off the week with partly cloudy skies, it is 88 degrees with a low of 64 and partly cloudy skies in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right, we actually have about 5 minutes left in this broadcast, but thank you for coming in and joining me. I appreciate you. And we're going to finish off with some classical music this morning. So we're going to do that. Adventurous, I've confirmed it. I have adult ADHD. I don't know. Maybe I do. Maybe I don't. I can't decide yet. It feels like it. Seems like it. And all signs point to yes. I do. I don't know. I don't care. It's not a big deal. This is the Karelia Suites, Opus 11 to Ballad. I think I must have it. I have no other reason to sit there and think that I can just jump from one subject to another. My attention span is like, beep. I have non-hyper ADD. Yeah. I kind of feel like I have that same thing. I don't know. I have adult ADHD. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? This is Cavallia Suite Opus 11, number 2, Ballade. We're going to listen to that. This is being performed by the Berliner Philharmoniker, and the composer. I'm sorry, not the composer, but the conductor is Hans Rosbad. It's actually, we're going to end on that. Probably not going to play all the way through, but yes, I'll be back and I'll be doing another 2 hours, probably in about 5 minutes after this broadcast ends. So here we go. I wish I was hyper with my body, get more things done. Right? Me too. I wish I had super focus. That would be great. Then I could get more things done as well. But I don't have that. Instead, I have boop, 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 all over the place. I am all over the place. Here we are. Caralia, Suite, Opus 11, Ballade. Tempo di Menuetto. Okay, so we are going to continue with some more music. And here we are. We're going to start off with 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky, just as intro music. So here we are. Welcome back to Phoebalicious Radio. This is your host, Phoebe Veronica Atwood, broadcasting from Rochester Hills, Michigan. We are listening to jazz, blues, and classical music this morning. Good morning, West Coast. Good morning, East Coast. Good morning. Good morning. Morning, each and every one of you. Join me for jazz, blues, and classical music every Saturday and Sunday morning from 8 a.m. Eastern Time to noon Eastern Time. Whether you're looking for some new music, want to hear some old goodies, or if you are interested in just expanding your horizons musically, this is the place to be at Phoebalicious Radio. So join me for music, coffee, tea, conversation, tea and talk, and jazz, blues, and classical music. And hopefully, you will enjoy the music. If you don't, I'm sorry. Tune in another day. And if you do enjoy the music, please like and subscribe. If you happen to be on YouTube, like and subscribe. And yeah, there will be more content to come. But for now, here it is. This is Phoebalicious Radio in all of its glory. Welcome, Kremlin. Currently, we have the 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky playing. And we'll be listening to a series of their music. This one actually is and thank you for the like, by the way. This particular song is actually listed as not copyrighted on YouTube, so I decided that I was going to play it as my intro music because, unfortunately, they do not like when you play copyrighted music on on YouTube. So, all right. Well, here we are, though, getting things started. I'm actually from Michigan. Welcome, Nacho Baby Cheese. I love your name. Nacho Baby Cheese. Nacho Baby. Chris, welcome. All right. We are going to, after this, dive in. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Here it is. Here's the thing that we all hear. Since Memorial Day is coming up soon, we're next week, our show is going to include marches, specifically by John Philip Sousa. Since we have this going on, since everything in the world has been shut down due to COVID-19, we're not shutting down the music. We're not going to forget about the fact that it is Memorial Day. We're not going to forget about our holidays. Instead, what we're going to do is we're going to celebrate them with music. Can't help but remember Vive Vendetta for this piece. Yes, absolutely. And this song is it's actually quite a long song. I didn't realize how long it was. Yes, music. I better shut up and let you guys listen to it, so. But look for me here on Spoon Radio every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to noon. And then on Tuesdays from 10 to midnight and Fridays from 10 to midnight for the After Dark All Request Hour. And then we have other events here on Phoebalicious Radio. Like, for example, this weekend, I do. This weekend, on Sunday, from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., we have an exclusive interview with a good friend of mine, a producer for he's his own independent producer of a company by the name of Lightcraft Entertainment. They actually produce a few shows on YouTube and such. We're going to be interviewing on how to become a good content creator. They may actually have used this in Indiana Jones. In fact, I think they did. Sorry, Aniket, but I'm afraid I don't speak any Indian. So I'm so sorry. Only English, unfortunately. I'll shut up so you guys can listen to the music, though. Agreed. Marathon them all. Give it 5 minutes, it'll change. It will, I promise. You forgot? What'd you forget, Dickless? How dare you? How dare you what? Bonjour, bitches. Gonna make a cartoon out of you. I'll give you full credit. I promise. Oh, ouch. That's not good. You be my cartoon. Dickless Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Dickless Johnson. Amazing. An amazing personality. An amazing person. Nose is itchy. Just as you announced that you are a Lord Pigeon and cartoon character, Your cult? Okay. See you later, Dickless. Mwah! Love ya. Bum, 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 bum. Oh. Awesome. You'll go later. I'll be here. This is a new stream, so I'll be here. I know, I'm sorry. All I have is drums. Bum. Okay. Gee, I got really into that. Okay, so that was the 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky. A little history about that. Can't believe you talk. Welcome to the live. Oh, can't believe I talk. I did talk. That was actually the opening piece, which is actually kind of funny because I was like, I'm going to do this as an opening piece because it's an awesome one. So the year 1812 Solemn Overture in E flat major, Opus 49, also known as the 1812 Overture, is a concert overture written 1880 by the Russian composer Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky to commemorate the successful Russian defense against Napoleon's invading Grande Armée in 1812. The French versus the Russians. Come on. France. Well, it's because the Russians were like, fuck this guy. We're going to burn everything. We're just going to torch it all. The overture debuted in Moscow on August 20th, 1882, conducted by Napoli Aliani under a tent near the then unfinished Cathedral of Christ the Savior, which also memorialized the 1812 defense of Russia. Tchaikovsky himself conducted another performance at the dedication of Carnegie Hall in New York City. That was one of the first times a major European composer visited the United States. So it's best known for the volley of cannon fire, ringing chimes, brass fanfare finale. It's also commonly used to accompany fireworks displays on Independence Day. It's also been used in the Nutcracker. I'm sorry, it's not in the Nutcracker, but in other movies and things like that as well, as we all know. I just woke up. I don't need this. I'm sorry. Somebody asked what this is all about, so this is what it's about, dude. Sorry. Other things. It's been adapted several times for different things. For the Independence Day, it was actually added to the U.S. as a symbol of the United States Independence Day. It's a tradition that leads back to 1974. That was made by Arthur Fiedler for the performance of July 4th of the Boston Pops, which, if you ever get a chance to listen to the Boston Pops, they are amazing. Excellent group of musicians. They do all sorts of great music. They usually do stuff that's fairly popular. So I honestly, the only thing that's a bummer about the Boston Pops is the fact that they usually only do kind of mainstream music. It's been recorded several times by the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra, of course, the Philadelphia Philharmonic Orchestra, the St. Petersburg Philharmonic Orchestra, etc., etc. And it's also been featured in movies like, for example, V for Vendetta, and then also the same old same old Lang Syne is also uh, has a little bit of a essence of it. Is also in the movie Night of Fear, which looks like some of the songs from that were actually based off of the 1812 Overture. I know that there's a lot more. It's been used in several different movies and things like that, so there's that too. All right, sorry for boring you, Dickless. Okay, but actually, just to let everybody know, I am on YouTube, so I am doing this on YouTube. I am broadcasting live on YouTube. Dickless Johnson was one of my favorite listeners. Just popped in. Wanted to give a shout out to Dickless, and then Chris, who I've known for years. God, I don't even know how long we've known each other. Chris, we've been friends for years. Stopped in, which I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out with me this morning. Of course, I am taking requests for music for jazz, blues, and classical music this morning. So if you have something that you want to hear, go ahead and drop it below. Otherwise, I will be doing a local weather forecast probably around 11:45 ish or something like that. So once it's been about an hour, or no, I'm sorry, yeah, 11:45 ish. So we'll do that as well, and then I'm gonna be playing some jazz as well, some classical blues. You know the whole shebang. Um, I'm trying to find out which one I want to do. You got a headache from that, man, Dickless. Dickless is California, I think, from California. Um, if you get a chance to join us on Spoon YouTubers, Dickless is probably one of my favorites. Got a picture of a pigeon with a strap on. She's bitch. I'm sorry. Dickless was saying that her energy does not match the music right now. Don't worry, it'll change. It will change. It'll change. Heck yeah. The echo. The echo. The echo. Okay. Now you can hear me 3 times. Just kidding. You don't want to hear me 3 times. It's if you want to watch on YouTube, just mute the channel and you can watch and listen to Spoon at the same time. That's the best way to do it if you plan on doing that. So, Nevada. Nevada? You're from Nevada? See, I've got it all wrong. I was all wrong. What the hell's wrong with me? But shout out to my friend Dickless and to you, Chris. Chris and Dickless. That sounds really wrong. Chris is not Dickless. Chris is not the same person. So, all right. We're gonna get to some jazz here. What the hell wrong with you? Nothing. Forgot my dick today. It does. It sounds wrong. This is my broadcast. You keep going. I do. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I've come to the conclusion that that I must have it. I don't know. I don't know. I must have adult ADHD because I'm very easily distracted. Very, very easily distracted. And it's not on purpose. It really isn't. Sometimes I have a really long attention span, and sometimes I don't. Actually, lately I've been having a increasingly shorter and shorter and shorter attention span. So I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, and I apologize for that. Um, it will stop eventually. However, for now, let's listen to some jazz. We actually are going to listen to Millennium Jazz Music. This particular group, they have a song that's actually called Elevation. We're going to listen to that. It's by Mosik concise and millennium jazz music, and this is from their album The Dots. It's some instrumental, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. But here it is. Here is Elevation. All right, that was Elevation. Whoops, by Music Concise and Mosic Concise and Millennium Jazz Music from the album The Dots. And yeah. All right, so of course, as always, we are doing jazz, blues, and classical music this morning. I want to welcome. Well, actually, who do I have listening here? I'm not even sure anymore. Douglas is still here, yay! And then of course Chris. And yeah, actually, we are going to be starting to do Cards Against Humanity, or actually, it's not really Cards Against Humanities, but we're going to be doing Evil Apples, which is like. It's like Cards Against Humanity, only I think it's actually worse. I think it actually is maybe worse because, with Cards Against Humanity, usually there's something that's like, but Evil Apples is just all sorts of raunchy and wrong. But that's just what I've noticed. So, I don't know. We'll be doing that on Wednesday nights. I'm not sure what time, but if you are interested in joining me for Evil Apples with a bunch of people, you can hit me up on Instagram. It's just anomaly0923. You can also hit me up on Facebook, Phoebe Veronica Atwood, and join my group. It's Phoebalicious Radio. I'm also going to actually start adding people to my remote gaming group, which I'm going to see if we have some other card games that we can play. Maybe Pictionary, maybe Heads Up, because I know that there's some different chat apps that actually have they have different games that you can play, like Heads Up and other things like that. So kind of cool. We're going to do that. Another thing we're going to be doing is I have interviews that are going to be starting tomorrow. I have my first interview with a good friend of mine. His name is Blake O'Kleiner. He has a company by the name of Lightcraft Entertainment. And he is actually based out of here, Michigan. And he has a few very successful hosts that he does stuff for on YouTube. He has got a few movies that he's put out on. I'm not sure if it's YouTube or if it might be Amazon Video. I could be wrong. And then also he does do like bridal photography and videography and stuff for weddings and such. Tomorrow we're going to be talking about the YouTube portion of his business. And also going to talk about YouTube and censorship. YouTube censorship. He's a little bit political, but honestly, we have this belief that, if people have information, if they want to cite stuff, if they want to give information to people so that way they can see what the truth is, really see what's going on, and maybe even open their eyes and see something else about what's really going on in the world, they should be able to do it. Censorship isn't just book burning. It's not just sitting there and doing things like that. It's things like removing posts because of so-called community standards when there might not be any community standards about that. I might be doing things like removing videos because they give facts, things like that. Too much of things, too much of media, too much of everything is trying to control the narrative by omitting information and instead only putting in the information that you want to show people. And they actually just got penalized for a video that was information regarding kind of COVID-19 and other things like that, presenting facts and things that have been published globally by the WHO, by the CDC, by other things, other people, and everyone, and they were actually not just given a warning. First, they were given a warning, and then they pulled the video off of YouTube. They demonetized their their channel, and then they also told me, no, you can't post anything for 2 weeks. So strange, I think. If you want to check out his information, his channel, it's a Terrence Pop Redonkulous, and it gives information about anything and commentary about pop culture, also about politics, also about just about anything. Also, relationship advice, especially for women and for men, and things like that. Of course, you will be offended. I'm not gonna lie. They are not the kind of people to hold back. It is very tongue in cheek in many ways, more than tongue in cheek. They do have an uncensored site. They do have an uncensored um, things that are on not just Patreon, but a couple of other alternative media websites as well, because they want to make sure that their content is being seen, and that people are actually seeing the truth, and people get to see the whole unfiltered show, which is super cool. Eventually, at some point, Phoebalicious Media will be doing that. I have a couple projects with Blake that we're going to be doing in the near future, so that should be neat as well. Moving on though. Ugh. Dickless, help me stop with this. Okay. I can't help it. Phew, I sync the sounds. You sync the sounds? I didn't even know you could do. I give up. I'm staying on here. That's cool. Well, I appreciate the like and watching me for a little while. Anyways, Dickless. I am on YouTube. It's just Phoebalicious. If you want to look up my radio station, of course you can on YouTube. And all of my playlists and everything like that are going to be here on YouTube, published in the comments on the description of the different things. Actually, still working on a few different videos that I had actually posted a few days ago. So I apologize in advance that I haven't gotten everything set up here. All right, we're gonna move to some blues music. Let's see if I can find some blues music that might be a little bit more fast paced. Um, oh, what the hell? I don't know. We are going to do some contemporary blues because I know almost everybody likes contemporary blues, and we've got some different things here. This next song that we have coming up is My Baby She Rocks by Billy F. Gibbons from the Big Bad Blues album. We're going to play that next, followed by some classical music again. I'll try and find something a little more high energy. I know got some people kind of falling asleep here, poor Deckless. All right, here we go. Here is My Baby She Rocks by 2008 album. Uh, Deckless says, oh, this is going to be a long 2 hours. This is the kind of music you're listening to. History is the worst. It held me back a whole grass grade just because the teacher sucked and I already hate. Yeah, bad teachers do that. So it's terrible. Honestly, history wasn't the worst subject I ever had in school, but it definitely wasn't my favorite because I'm like, why? Why am I learning about stuff that's it'll make sense as you get older. I promise you. You're not gonna need it for anything unless you go into politics or something like that. But it's good to know because a lot of stuff that happened in the past actually leads up to or gives more meaning to a lot of the stuff that we have going on right now. So it's interesting. I hate learning history in school because it's all one sided. It's true because time flows like a river and history repeats. It does. It's one sided and twisted. It's true. Unfortunately, the winners do write the history books, which is why censorship is bad. Censorship should not be as prevalent as it is. All this stuff that's going on in our world, we're witnessing right now. We're actually witnessing history right now as people are being censored for having opposing opinions. People are being put down. People are being told that they need to shut up and just do as they're told. this is the kind of stuff, and I'm not trying to overblow this stuff, but this is the kind of stuff that happened in Nazi Germany. Censorship. If you have a differing opinion, you are isolated. You are put on a cross and crucified. If you don't agree with what's going on, people are being harmed because, unfortunately, there's enough people out there that don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to know everything about what's going on. And that's wrong, It's wrong because in order for us to make the best decisions in our lives, we need to make sure that we're listening to opposing opinions. We need to make sure that we're listening to everything that's going on. And we need to make sure that we're making educated decisions about everything that is going on as well. If people don't want to sit there and stay home, that's on them. That's on them. Of course, don't make it a choice. Don't make it something that you're trying to control the whole populace. Because there's a lot of stuff going on out there. And personally, I don't want to end up in Nazi Germany. I don't want to end up in Nazi America. I don't want to end up in. I don't want to end up looking back and finally realizing, oh, gee, there goes all my rights. And for what? For safety? Or, on the other hand, there goes everything. I don't know. Lot of stuff going on. Lot of stuff going on here. Got a good ring? Not a good ring? Or does it have a good ring? I don't know. It doesn't have a good ring. But unfortunately, that's kind of seems like the way. I'd rather a better fucking. I agree. But anyway, I'm not here about political agendas. I'm just saying, read, people, read. Nazi Noreen. Oh boy. I don't know about that. All right. Well, we're going to get to some classical music here. Our next song, this is Dvorak String Quartet number 12 in F major, opus 96. American, the finale, Vivace. What does that say? Vivace non troppo. So here we go. We're going to listen to that. That's Dvorak String Quartet number 12 in F major. Was my God, I can't even say it anymore. That was Dvorak's string quartet number 12, and that was the American. Yeah, was that American? Where was it? Where'd it go? Yes, string quartet number 12 in F major, American finale, vivace ma non troppo, which basically means lively but not too much. Literally, that's what that means. Lively, but not too much. Ma non troppo. Uh, it's kind of funny that they say that. Lively, but not too much. It's kind of funny. Anyways, we're going to move on to some more jazz music. Blah blah blah. I can't talk apparently. Apparently, that is not my forte. Not my forte. Uh, so we're going to listen to some different music. I'm just trying to mix it up here, do some different things. So, yeah, we are going to listen to Karen Souza. This song is called Creep. Actually, I'm guessing this is probably a not so much, so not enough, not just like this non-extensive. Dickless is killing me here. All right, we're gonna listen to some Karen Souza. This is Chill and Jazz, the coolest collection of chill out jazz. listen to that. I'm guessing that this is probably an adaptation of another song, but I'm not sure. So here is Karen Souza, Creep. Hope you guys enjoy the music. Here we go. Oh, come on. All right. That was Creep, performed by Karen Souza from Chill and Jazz, the coolest collection of chill out jazz from 2006. And yes, I did say the name Karen. Dickless Johnson did ask me about that earlier. And it said, Dickless says, gee, I can tell. Dear Lord, I can tell. Uh, I knew you did not just say Karen. I did indeed. Depicts a whole ass Karen perfectly. Karens are special in their own fucked up ways. They are. Sorry, bitches. Yes, it's true. Karens are very, very special in their own ways. It's like a Carol Baskin. Just saying. She went to call the manager. Her aunt Dickel says, my mom admitted to being a Karen after learning the definition. She went to call the manager of the freaking restaurant before this. By the way, I'm not even shaking my head. I'm not even fucking joking. You know, if there's something wrong with the order, then I will call. But I don't just call for just any reason. I'm not a Karen. I'm not a Karen at all whatsoever. But sometimes, if things are really screwed up, you need to call. I'm just gonna say that. That's it. That's all. I'm not a Karen. I have a friend who is named Karen, and she gets mad because people are like, "Okay, Karen," and she's like, how she's not even like that. She's not, well, she's kind of like that a little bit, but she isn't really like that. Welcome, Mystique Venegas. um yeah, so it's actually really funny because it's a different breed. And then of course you have the other names, like for example Kyle. I know when they had the whole thing of invading Area 51 on, what was it, the 21st of September of 2019. That was a big freaking deal, and Kyle's were a huge freaking deal because, yeah. But it's really funny because I just saw a meme that surfaced just recently. In fact, one of my friends actually shared this. I had shared it earlier today on Facebook, and I thought it was hilarious because it is hilarious. It is honestly like the most funny. Jacob says, no, it's because the servers were gossiping. Like, don't all gossip. Don't all servers gossip. God damn, leave the hoes be. It's true. They got nothing else to do right now. There's nothing else going on. Like, you know, it's just, why? Why leave people alone? Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, Karen. Kyle. Lay off the energy drinks, Kyle. Or Tyler. I don't know. I got to see if I can find that meme, but it was a meme. It's actually really funny. It was about halogen lights, those crazy LED uh, halogen lights. Also, I know where her fucking ego came from. Well, I mean, she was a cheerleader. Oh, that's even worse. No offense to any cheerleaders in here, just saying. Okay, so I actually found this meme. It says, why the fuck are LED headlights legal? I'm glad you can see into the future with your bright ass neon blue lights, but I'm about to fly off the road, Carol. And somebody said, I don't think Carol is the culprit in this situation, more like a Kyle with the upgraded headlights he bought with his mom's credit card, blinding us all. And somebody said, it's definitely a Kyle. And somebody said, or a Tyler. And then this guy by the name of Kyle Tyler says, well, this is awkward. I gotta see if I can share that. I thought that was hilarious. I laughed so hard when I saw that. It's ridiculous. Dickless says I know where she got her ego from. That's speaking about Dickless's mom. She was a cheerleader, but like the bitchy one. Cheerleaders are cool. I respect them. I just don't be the bitchy one. No, it's true. it's really funny because I remember most of the cheerleaders that I was in school with, um, they were super duper just hoity toity, like I don't know. But then again, I was the I was the quiet goth theater chick, maybe a little bit emo goth theater chick. I don't know, um, something like that. And and basically, I was just kind of there. Uh, except you're more athletic. I'm not athletic at all. I'm a nerd. I'll watch anime. Uh, I play video games. I was in chess club. I was part of the French club, and I was the queen of anime club. I was actually proclaimed queen of anime club because I was the person that made everything happen. So I was the nerd. I was a nerd. I am a nerd. There's no was. I am the nerd. I am a nerd. I am a nerd. I am the nerd. I'm the nerd. Um, yeah, I don't know what else to say about that except for that. So, yes. Uh, what else is going on in the world? Murder hornets? Murder hornets are going on. I'm a nerd. Dickless says, I'm a nerd, but you gotta pick the right thing to talk about to find that out. Yeah. I mean, it depends on what it is. Like, I'm a nerd in the super sciencey way. Otherwise, you'll think I'm plain stupid. Trust me, I'm sure that there's people who think that I'm stupid too. If they do, then I don't really care. It's not a big deal. That's just kind of them. But I mean, I've always played some sort of game. I love video games, man. Me and my one of my best friends, even from middle school, we made friends because she literally lived behind my house. Like literally, she lived behind my house. And she would walk through our yard, which was fine. I didn't really care too much if she walked through our yard um, to catch the bus or to get to school. And sometimes we would drive back and forth to school together. But it was kind of funny because she and we bonded over playing Final Fantasy VII. We'd both sit there and we'd play freaking Final Fantasy VII until I don't know, to probably like 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and then her mom would call her, be like, "Are you coming home?" Her mom's like, and she was like, yeah, sure." And then she'd walk home from like through my backyard. Can't do that anymore. I have psychotic neighbors, so not gonna do that anymore. Screw people's opinions, says Dickless. Yeah, I've never been one for really caring too much about people's opinions. I do on occasion. I catch myself really caring about people's opinions. Um, but it's interesting. It's very interesting. Actually, on a side note, caring about people's opinions. Actually, I just joined a group. It's called the Little Volcano, and it's about these people. I don't want to call them crazy. They're not crazy. If they are, well, you know what? I don't think that they're crazy because I'm a little bit kind of like them. I'm a little bit on there. They're kind of like my soul tribe right now. But basically, what they are is they're just people that are just trying to sit down and change people's lives, change their lives, change other people's lives around them, and they're coaches. They're like life coaches, and it's very cool because the thing is it's about whatever they want, whatever you want to be empowered about. They had a workshop. It's been for 7 days. I've kind of been working through it a little bit, but they had a thing that's called a Patronus Spell. It was kind of like a way to motivate yourself or get your butt in gear um, when you're struggling or when you're having a hard time. And basically, what it is, it's kind of like positive association. So, what you do is you think of a literally, what you do is you think of situations that you're proud of yourself. Or maybe it's not just a situation. For my situation, it wasn't about what I was um, really a situation I was proud of, but something I was proud that I had gotten through. Uh, the only opinions that matter are those that you care about. Absolutely ridiculous. I agree. Um, so I mean, a lot of you know that I was in a very long relationship for a very long time, and the person was not very good for me. We had broken up back in September, and I remember telling him everything that I needed in the relationship, and everything that I wanted out of the relationship. And he looked at me and he's like, I will never be enough for you. Nothing I ever do is good enough. And I was like, I just got done telling you how I feel. And you're sitting there and saying that you're the victim, that you're the person that's been victimized here, that you've given so much when clearly I've been the person investing everything. I've dropped friends for you. I've done other stuff. I've neglected myself, my family, my pets, my other relationships for you, and you're acting like you are the victim. Okay, fine. And he was like, I don't want to do anything. So I remember at that exact moment, I remember looking at him and staring blankly at him like, what the hell is wrong with you? What the hell is wrong with you? Like, you say you supposedly love me, but you didn't. So, anyways, I remember during that conversation, I looked at him and I said to him, it's actually a meditation, it's a prayer. It's actually Hawaiian. It's a Hawaiian prayer. It's called the Ho'oponopono. And um, basically, it is 4 phrases. I'm sorry. I forgive you. Thank you. I love you. And um, if you are ever in a situation where you find yourself kind of stuck at a loss of what to say, what to do, which I was at, I was like, okay, well, fine. You know what? I'm sorry that I was not able to meet your expectations. I'm sorry that uh, um, what did I say? I can't remember exactly what I said. Basically, what I ended up doing is I ended up adapting it to the situation, which at that time I said, um, I'm sorry that I put those, I'm sorry that I was not able to meet those, um, what is it called? I am sorry that I was not able to meet your expectations. Um, and I got a puppy dog who wants to join me right now. Hi, Poochie. I love you too. You're so cute. Oh, you're gonna give me kisses. Oh, so sweetie puppy. My sweetie puppy puppy. You're so cute. Yes, you are. Yeah, don't ever neglect your animals for anybody. I don't care what anybody says. Um, but let's see if I can find it because I actually I'm in this little group. It's called the Get Yourself Together Challenge. And do you want to go sit? No, you don't want to go sit. You want to stare at me? You want to stare at me. Okay. Apparently, my dog wants to sit here and stare at me. I'm trying to pull up the little story that I had posted here so I can read my little thing that I told him before I left. Crying, well, after I got in the car, but still. Uh, but the point of it was I realized that I had done myself a great disservice. I had done a great disservice to myself because for 10 years, for almost a decade, I had allowed myself, and I'm not the kind of person that I don't want to sit there and say that, it's everybody else's fault. No, that's a victim mentality. I don't do that. Um, I was responsible for it. where I accepted the mental abuse and emotional abuse from 10 years of manipulation, emotional and mental abuse, gaslighting, and so much more. The cheating, everything like that. And and it reminded me that he never really loved me because I was always too much for him. Everything I ever did was too much. I was too passionate. I was too intense. Um, I was too much. Um, I wanted to do too many things. Whatever. So I don't know. I said to him, and here it is, I'm sorry I could not meet your expectations. Please forgive me for putting expectations on you. Thank you for the good times we have shared and the lessons I have learned from this relationship. I love you and I wish only the best for you and myself, that you find what you are looking for. Now, I mean, of course, there's a lot of stuff that happened between then and now. I still wish him the best. It's really funny because he started stalking my Facebook page. So I found out he was stalking my Facebook page and I blocked him because I don't want to deal with that anymore. I'm kind of done with that whole chapter of my life and I'm on to bigger, better things. And hopefully I can find somebody who will truly love me in every single way for everything that I am and not want me to be someone who I'm not. Because I'm tired of that. I've done that before. It's not worth it. Um, and one thing I have to say, self love is a huge thing. It's very, very difficult. And if you find yourself discouraged, if you find yourself struggling, what I would just recommend to do is just create your own Patronus spell. My Patronus spell is you will have, what was it? All will be mirth when you choose your self worth. Or what, sorry, when you know your self worth. And yeah, that's it. That's my Patronus spell. All will be mirth when you know your self worth. Whatever you do, wherever you are in your life, wherever you are in your life, don't let yourself be told what you need to look like, what you need to do. Because you know what? If you go around trying to make everybody else happy, you will never get the chance to make yourself happy. You will always be sitting there and trying to put everybody else, and it's not going to be fulfilling. It's not going to be, um, it's not going to be what you want to do with your life. And what's the point? What is the freaking point if you are going to sit there and sacrifice that? Sacrifice your power. Don't give that power to anybody. All right, we're going to get back to this music. Welcome, Swisha Sweet. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much. Oh, I like your puppy dog. Such a cutie. Cutie patootie. Adorable little puppy. All right, we are going to get back to some blues, jazz, and classical music. Sorry, I had to go off on that little rant there. I lost Dickless, but that's okay. No big deal. So we're going to actually get back to some classical, jazz, and blues music. So our next song that we're going to listen to coming up here shortly. Oh, no, you just went on bigger, better thing, huh? Well, something like that. I don't know about that. Holy shit, dedication did you wonders with that room. It's true. It's true. Actually, so if you guys get a chance to, if you want to check out my studio, I am on YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel. It's just Phoebalicious. I do play games. I'm a gamer. I also play some music and stuff like that. I play several instruments. I'm from Michigan. If you want to find out more about me, you can hit me up on. You can actually check out my About Phoebalicious or Who is Phoebalicious. So I play both. I play both PC and console. I have an Xbox. I have a Switch. I do not have a PS2. I don't know if I'll get one. Or, I'm sorry, PS2. PS4. Who knows? I might get one. That's my Instagram is anomaly923. Or if you want to follow me on Facebook, it is Phoebe Veronica Atwood. And then I also have a group. It's actually Phoebalicious Radio. But I am on YouTube, so you can check out my digs, uh, check out my lovely, well, everything. I did a lot of work. I did a lot of work on my on my studio here in my home. This is also my office where I work from home too. So I don't know. Maybe I should eventually. I'll post another thing. Um, in here. Hi, honey. My puppy dog loves me. Mwah. I'm a little pit puppy. Are you famous? No, I'm not. I don't really know if I want to be famous. In fact, I don't want to be famous. That's too much pressure. But I'm just starting out with YouTube. So who knows? Maybe eventually at some point I can make something that does go viral. But I do have some people who, you know, follow me and stuff like that. Not a whole lot, but that's okay. I'm all right with that. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and listen to some more music. My dog is going crazy right now. He's like, I want you to pay attention to me. I want you to pay attention to me. Okay, Hemi, I need you to sit, baby boy. We're gonna listen to some more classical music. Here again, we have a few different things that I can play. We're gonna actually listen to Piano Sonata number 18 in E flat major, Opus 31, number 3, Allegro. We're going to listen to that first, and that is actually being played by Amber Yus Swan Lau. And we're going to listen to that first. So here it is. Here is Sonata number 18. And we'll have that playing here shortly. Partly cloudy on Tuesday with a high of 71 and a low of 57. Sunny on Wednesday, May 20th, the high is 75 and a low of 58. And then Thursday is going to be sunny as well with a high of 79 and a low of 59. Just for shits and giggles, I like to throw in a few different places that we haven't actually seen or maybe that you wouldn't have thought of. So actually, we're going to look at Anchorage, Alaska. Currently in Anchorage, Alaska, it is actually 50 degrees outside, partly cloudy skies today with a high of 60 and a low of 46. Sunday, clouds in the morning with sun in the afternoon with a high of 64 and a low of 45. Monday, mostly cloudy skies with a high of 62 and a low of 46. Tuesday, showers in the morning with a high of 57 and a low of 45. Wednesday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 59 and a low of 45. And then Thursday, mostly cloudy skies with a high of 57 and a low of 45. That is the 5-day weather forecast for today, the 16th of May through May 21st for Anchorage, Alaska. Next up, we have there on the East Coast in Orlando, Florida. Whoops, not Orlando. Whoops, not Orlando. Orlando, Florida. One second here. And my cat who's sitting here and just curled up in a little ball, all nice and cozy. I don't know why it does that, but it's take me back to Washington, D.C. Okay, 83 degrees currently in Orlando, Florida, with cloudy skies. Today, for the highs of Orlando, Florida, you can expect an 87 degrees with a low of 73, 20% chance of rain. Sunday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 91 and a low of 72. Monday, partly cloudy skies with a high of 94 and a low of 74. Tuesday, thunderstorms with a high of 87 and a low of 73. And Wednesday, scattered thunderstorms with a high of 86 and a low of 71. And again, Thursday, more scattered thunderstorms with a high of 83 and a low of 70. That was the local forecast for the next 5 days for Orlando, Florida. and that was for today, May 16th, the 21st of May. We're going to get back to some music here. I've got to go run outside and make sure that I take care of some dogs and cats and stuff like that, and some chickens and ducks and stuff. Jay, welcome. This next song, this is actually, sorry, Ice Cream in Hell by Tinsley Ellis. We're going to listen to that next, followed by Black Coffee by Joe Bonamassa and Beth Hart. So we're going to play that next. Here is Ice Cream in Hell by Tinsley Ellis. And actually, Joe Bonamassa is a great jazz guitarist and blues guitarist as well. Just to give you guys a heads up once again, if you want to join me for my broadcast tomorrow, we're actually going to be doing an interview with my friend Blake O'Kleiner from Lightcraft Entertainment. I've been kind of talking about it all day. So just to give a little plug for him, he is a YouTube video producer, and also he's produced some independent films as well. Also, he does other things like, for example, um, wedding photography and videography and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome. But on top of that, he's actually has a couple of really successful YouTube channels. He actually just had an experience probably about a week ago where he was told by YouTube that he's not allowed to post anything else. And he can't, and they're punishing him by also removing all of his monetized stuff. So instead, he's going to be using the YouTube channel to go ahead and kind of broadcast the things that he wants to, kind of like little snippets, little clips, and then he's going to redirect it to other media sources, which is pretty awesome. I think it's a great idea. Since you can't monetize YouTube anymore, oh well. And what they censored him for was really BS. So he'll be on with me tomorrow night from 8 o'clock to 10 p.m. I'm going to be doing a video interview with him on Facebook. So if you want to join me then, you can certainly do so. Otherwise, if you want to join me on Wednesdays for cards, oh, I'm sorry, not Cards Against Humanity, but Evil Apples, which is basically like Cards Against Humanity, but funnier and more raucous and everything like that. Join me for that. You can hit me up, Anomaly0923, Phoebe Veronica Atwood on Facebook, or Phoebalicious Radio. Or you can also hit me up on TikTok, because I'm on TikTok now, DJ Phoebalicious, same spelling as my name here. And yeah, I would be happy to have you guys join me to hang out and play some evil apples and such. And yeah. All right, well, we only have about 4 minutes left, so I'm going to go ahead and play this last song. This song is Black Coffee by Joe Bonamassa. Beth Hart's probably not going to finish, but here's going nothing. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and join me again tomorrow for more jazz, blues, and classical music. We're going to do spring edition in the morning and then summer after that. Jazz, blues, and classical. Maybe toss in some bossa nova, uh, something like that, something to mix it up and bring up the energy for the beginning of the week. Here's Black Coffee by Joe Bonamassa and Beth Hart. And look for some new content coming up in the near future. It's coming, guys. It's coming. I know I've been saying it for a little while here, and I am definitely working on it. I'm just doing really bad about getting this set. So we are going to have more content coming up soon. I actually have more things we're going to be doing in the near future. So look for it. Look for me to be here and have everything set. I'll be making announcements as more things come up, but just again to give a plug to my buddy, he is Redonkulous, Terrence Pop, and Lightcraft Entertainment, and also to give a plug as well to my next interview, my first interview, which is going to be on Facebook Live with my friend Blake O'Kleiner, and he's actually the producer and director of Lightcraft Entertainment. He does independent films. He also happens to do other things like, for example, videography for both YouTube, which is mostly his thing that he does, and then also he and his wife are a team. They do it, and they also do photography as well. So they do videography for weddings and also for the pictures as well. And then they also do a YouTube channel or a couple YouTube channels as well. So, and I'm totally not even talking into my mic, so I'm sorry. I hope you guys could hear all of that. If you didn't, I'm sorry in advance, or sorry for that. But here, we're actually at the end of the show here. Check it out. Also, if you ever want a great product that you can use if you have really bad hands and stuff like that, or if you happen to have hands that just get real cracked and kind of beaten up because you're either working in the garden all day or just working on things. A great thing that you can actually use is this thing called udder cream, udder balm. Um, yes, they do use it on cows. This is, of course, it's all lots of natural ingredients: water, mineral oil, cetyl alcohol, glycol, ceteric acid, propylene glycol, glycerin, sorbitol, lanolin, aloe vera gel, vitamin E, vitamins A and D, metaparaben, and sodium hydroxide, proliferaben, and fragrance. I guess fragrance, which doesn't really have much of a fragrance. Honestly, it smells like milk. So it smells like milk. It doesn't smell bad. It's a little bit interesting, but it goes on smooth, doesn't stay greasy or anything like that, but it stays on your hands and gives it moisture, and it's not greasy, which I know a lot of times when you have like a lot of those different lotions and stuff like that, they can tend to be greasy. Well, this is not so much. It absorbs into your hands and it's great. You can also use it on your elbows, which I usually do. Use it on my elbows, and I also use it on my knees, the rough areas on my skin, my feet. And then if you want to use it for giving yourself a little moisture and everything like that on your feet, nice thing to do after you shower or whatever, slap some of that sucker on, put on some cotton or wool socks, and man, it's so much better. So that's all right, guys. We are going to I'm gonna get going. Got a lot of stuff I got to take care of today, and I got a ton of homework. I may be back later this afternoon. I'll probably be back later on this afternoon. But check me out on TikTok. It's DJ Phoebalicious, and then also check me out on Facebook as well. It's Phoebe Veronica Atwood as well. And yeah, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I hope that I really hope you guys uh, have enjoyed the show. Check out the comments and the description later for playlists and more. And in the meantime, I hope you guys. I really do hope you guys will tune in tomorrow for our spring and summer edition of the Morning Brew. So, spring is going to be first, then summer afterwards. Summer music. So, here we go. And that's it, guys. See you guys on the flip side. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you guys tomorrow, and then hopefully later tonight or later on Sunday night. Bye. See you on the flip side.